The issue of building stakeholder support is crucial in today's world because we're living in a world of matrix organizations influencing people that you don't have direct authority over. And you're making most decisions non-unilaterally, but rather consultatively. So the question of who are the players in your universe that make or break you are crucial. So when you look at stakeholder management, step one is to identify who those players are. The second point is to plot those players on a grid. And there's really two axes we're talking about. We're talking, number one, about those people that support you. The second axis is to what degree people agree with you. So taking it from the top, on the far right, top right, we have partners. These are people who have a high degree of support for you and fundamentally agree with you. But again, it's not realistic to assume that's going to happen. It's going to be more issue dependent. On the bottom right, you have what you would call the loyal opposition. These are people who also support you, but they may not agree, which is okay. You want people who are going to have the courage of their conviction to have a different perspective and share that with you. The group on the top left, the double dealers, are almost like the opposite of that. These are people who do agree with you, but they're not supporting you. They don't necessarily have your back. And then finally, the group at the bottom left, your opponents, would be people who don't agree and don't support you. The key here is how do you line up these players? Also recognizing that in the middle, you have people who are unformed. So you essentially have 5 different characters here. The logic is that you follow support. So step 1 would be to have a conversation with your partners. Step 2 would go to the loyal opposition. Step 3 would be to get to the people who are uninformed in the middle. Next would be the double dealers, and finally the opponents. It's crucial that you really think about the fact that in order to produce the outcome you want, you have to methodically and planfully really think about the players, where they stand on the grid, and to actually have a game plan of how do you strategically line them up. That's really the key to stakeholder management.